Life Cycles, Sunflowers by Julie K. Lundgren. Here's our table of contents that we notice in lots of nonfiction books. It tells us where we can find the information that we're looking for. Sunny faces. Long ago, sunflowers grew wild in North, Central, and South America. The people living in these areas began to raise sunflowers over 4,000 years ago. Over time, people planted sunflowers all over the world and developed many special kinds. And here's a map that says, sunflowers grow on every continent but Antarctica. Growers can choose short or tall sunflowers in many colors, including yellow, orange, and red. Each plant may have single flowers or many flowers. About 1,000 different kinds grow around the world. A favorite with gardeners, bees, and birds, sunflowers bring cheer with their bright faces. That's probably why a lot of you chose sunflowers as your plant to research. Native peoples use sunflowers, plants, flowers, and seeds to make medicine, flour, dye, face paints for important days, and oil. Farmers today grow sunflowers for food and oil. Sunflowers also provide food for farm animals and some wild animals. People use sunflower oil for cooking. Snack bowl. Sunflower seeds make a great snack on their own. For a super snack, mixed shelled sunflower seeds, raisins, oats, cereal, and chocolate chips. Tasty sunflower seeds provide birds with a powerful punch of energy. Did you know cans and packets of tuna often contain sunflower oil? Fuzzy leaves and stems act as the plant's defense. I wonder what defense means. Animals do not want a mouthful of prickles. Each part of the plant has a special job to do. Sunflower roots take up water and nutrients from the soil and bring them to the plant through its stem. Green leaves change sunlight into a simple sugar that plants use as energy to grow flowers, make seeds. You know what? I'm going to go back and reread that sentence. That's what readers do, because it didn't make sense when I heard it. Green leaves change sunlight into a simple sugar that plants use as energy to grow. I skipped a period right there. A period tells me the end of the sentence. I need to stop. Flowers make seeds. Some kinds of sunflowers are annuals, others are perennials. Annual plants only grow one season, while perennial plants come back each year without replanting. And here's a diagram with parts of the sunflower. Sunflower roots reach deep into the soil, some as deep as 9 feet. That's 2.7 meters. This makes them better able to survive hot, dry weather. Seed secrets. Each living thing begins, grows, reproduces, and then dies. Scientists call this a life cycle. Cycles happen again and again without end. The sunflower plant's life cycle begins with a small seed. Inside the seed's hard, protective shell lies the kernel. The kernel contains the seed's food supply and special parts that become the sprout, first, leaves, and stem. Each seed contains everything the plant needs for a strong start, and here's another diagram with labels. Did you know farmers most often plant gray striped seeds for food and black seeds for oil? After planting, a seed soaks up water from the soil. The food stored inside begins to break down to feed tiny developing plants. Soon the plant's first root pokes out from one end of the seed. The first stem grows from the other end. Warm temperatures speed seed germination or sprouting. Sunflower seeds sprout in 10 to 14 days. Squirrels and other animals sometimes steal the tasty seeds after planting. Giant sunflower contests spur gardeners to grow their biggest plants. Contest judges look for the largest seed or the tallest plant. Summer sun. Sprouts reach their full height in one growing season. The tallest kinds can top 20 feet, which is 6 meters. Sunlight, water, and soil, rich in nutrients, help make healthy, strong plants. Short sunflowers grow well in pots and small gardens. And here's a cycle snapshot. Try growing tall sunflower favorites called Titan, Mammoth, and Skyscraper. Those are great names for tall sunflowers, aren't they? Annual sunflowers face east in the morning and slowly turn with the sun to face west by day's end. I'm going to read that sentence again because I don't think I was very fluent. Annual sunflowers face east in the morning and slowly turn with the sun to face west by day's end. I think I like that better. This allows them to get the most amount of sunlight. During the night, sunflower plants turn against. I'm going to read that one again. During the night, sunflower plants turn again to face east. Are you doing that when you read sometimes too? That's what readers do. This is the first time Mrs. O'Hearn read this book, and sometimes I have to read it again. A flexible stem area just below the flower bud allows the plant to turn. I did not know that. That's a wow fact. All the flowers face the sun. Many sunflowers bloom in 90 to 110 days. Sunflowers with short stems can blossom in 50 to 70 days. Flower power. Sunflower heads have two kinds of flowers. The central disc flowers produce pollen, nectar, and seeds. The colorful outer petals, called ray flowers, attract insects. Insects carry pollen from one flower to another, so the plant can make seeds. Insects move pollen from flower to flower as they sip sweet flower nectar. Each pollinated disc flower makes one seed. And here's another diagram where it shows us the disc flowers and the ray flowers. Did you know wind can also carry pollen from one plant to another? In the fall, petals fade and seeds dry. When the back of the seed head turns from green to brown, seed harvest can begin. Machines can separate the seeds from the plant, or simply rubbing by hand pops them out. Growers save some seeds for next year's planting so the life cycle can begin again. Here's the machine that makes quick work of the sunflower harvest. The seeds on the sunflower head form a spiral pattern. I wonder what that word spiral means. Grow a sunflower house. In a sunny spot, plant 4 rows of Titan, Mammoth, or Skyscraper sunflower seeds in the shape of a square. After planting the seeds, cover the square's center with wood chips for a nice floor. Water and weed your growing plants as they form living walls. From inside, you can watch visiting bees, butterflies, and birds. Pretty cool. Life cycle roundup. So here's a page that shows us the life cycle, like in our research that we need to do. Number 1, the life cycle begins with a seed. Number 2, the seed sprouts a root and stem. Number 3, a flower and leaves grow. And number 4, flowers make seeds that fall to the soil or are collected for planting the following spring. Let's see if sometimes books have a glossary, and we can maybe find out some of those words that we didn't know. Germination, the act of sending out a root and shoot from a seed. Nutrients, vitamins, and minerals in the soil that are needed by plants to stay healthy and grow. I don't think the other words that we were looking at were on this glossary page. We'll have to investigate further. Thanks for listening to Sunflowers. And remember, sometimes even Mrs. O'Hearn has trouble when she's reading too fast, and I need to slow down and pay attention to periods and question marks. And I also need to think, did it sound right? Did it look right? Did it make sense?